It's time for the one and the only show. It's the world, it can only be the Luke Howard Show. No, it's not live, it's recorded, so please welcome Luke Howard. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning everybody, hope everyone's well, thank you to the audience, it's another show of course, and a brand new week. Welcome to the Luke Howard Show, got a great week lined up this week. It's Monday the 8th of May, I shall repeat that again, it's Monday the 8th of May, no it's not the 8th of May, I keep getting the dates wrong, I still keep thinking it's May, it's me getting to me, I still keep thinking it's May, it's not May, it's June, it's Monday the 8th of June, there you go, 8th of June, brand new week, welcome to the show, again, I must repeat myself again for the ones who didn't hear the first time. I wasn't listening who wasn't even listening the first time. Welcome to the show. Hope everyone's well, and I hope you're all looking forward to a brand new week. We've got lots to look forward to this week, including a brand new interview with the one and the only Pierce Bloomfield. Now, I think we're interviewing him again on Wednesday. I think Wednesday we're interviewing him on the show. So that will be I would believe, the 10th, which will be this Wednesday we're going to be interviewing him. So that's going to be a great show. But we won't be doing it for the whole of the show. We'll do it for half of the show. So for the last half an hour, I would believe. So what I'll do is, first 10 minutes, I would do the briefing, my news briefing. And then at 10 past 10, play two music, I believe 2 songs. And then just after 10:15, we should do a big interview with Pierce Bloomfield on the show, which would be absolutely brilliant. So I hope you can join me on that show on Wednesday. And we've got lots of stuff to talk about on the show today. I want to talk about Kate Garraway on the show, because her husband has been not very well at all. So we'll talk about him in a moment. But first, I just want to talk about Saturday Night Fever. So Strictly Come Dancing will feature an all-female couple for the first time this year. So the BBC One series plans to secure a high-profile lesbian or bisexual celebrity shows. And of course the make-up one half of the shows, individual of course part pairings. So previous reports suggested that Strictly's gay professional Jonas Radebel should be teamed up with a male star, but bosses are said to have decided that it would be too perturbable. Now, it comes after ITV's skating show Dancing on Ice paired singer Ian H. Watkins with pro Matt Evers earlier this year. So the other night, the Strictly production soul said that obviously diversity is the key word in Strictly that wants to be progressive, and the plan is to have a same-sex couple and 2 women on Dancing on Ice. In other words, Dancing on Ice, as I like to say, featured 2 men. So it would be good to offer something different, they said, and keep pushing the boundaries. So while Joe Nance would love to dance with a guy that would almost be too predictable, but all of the pros, male and female, have said that they would be delighted to be partnered with someone of their own gender. So actress Gillian Anderson is regarded by Strictly bosses and has a dream booking. Other celebs in the the frame include pop star Jessie J, TV presenter Steph McGovern, singer Chelsea Grimms, and former Great British Bake Off host Sandy Toksvig. Now, last year, Strictly did pair a same-sex couple in the group routine and received 189 complaints, would you believe? Yep, Jonas and the fellow pro Gazino Di Prima dancing together during a performance by singer Emily Sandé, and was deemed offensive by some BBC. And it said that BBC has said that it was an exclusive show, but it was proud of the dance. In 2017, Scottish commentator Susan Coleman requested to be partnered with a man and faced criticism from the LGBT community. TV executives are currently exploring contrary opinions for next series of Strictly and the ongoing COVID-19 crisis, of course, like everything else. So, celebs are set to be announced at the end of July. It is likely, though, they will interiorly rehearse with pros on Zoom, which I don't know what Zoom is. I think that's a Google thing, because I don't use Zoom. I use Microsoft Teams, which is actually very, very good to use. But unless lockdown rules are eased, I don't use Zoom. To be honest, I use Microsoft Teams. Much better though than that. So, okay, now I don't actually know how we're going to talk about this one, but we'll start off and see how we go, because we are going to talk about Kate Garraway and her husband Billy, who sleeps by his dad's empty bed. So when GMB presenter Kate Garraway's son Billy returns to primary school, who did today, he's returned today, by the way, for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic broke out, it will be a participatory Prendergast moment. So when he has returned, so I don't know what's been happening at the moment, but for Billy, he's 10 years old. He's usually walked to school by his dad, Derek Draper, who is still in a coma. He's been in a coma now for 10 weeks, would you believe? After contracting the virus. Derek is such an amazing dad. He was brilliant with the kids, and he's so hard. It just doesn't feel right, though, he says, without him, says Kate. She's 53, and her early starts on breakfast TV meant that her husband, 52, was in charge of course, getting the morning routine. One of the things is that makes it so sad, that the things it makes it sad is that he knows that he would have loved our time together. She said the lockdown that was never happier than being in this house, but the four of us, she adds, smiling sadly. But he is, though, such a homebody, and he would say that it's just that you, me, and the pottering about being here and doing a bit of work on the computers. So I think we shall continue now on to the next page about this story. So when the kids first asked if they could talk to Dad, they said yes, but warned them that he wouldn't be well at all, or wouldn't respond. But he was nervous about it, because he does look very sick. But they were amazing, though, and Billy said, hi Dad, I've been jumping off the swings in the garden safely, though, and just, chatted away. But Darcy's wanted a new chest of drawers for ages. At first, she said that she would wait for him to come home, but then she decided that to build the flapjack herself, walking to him throughout on FaceTime. Hopefully that normality is flittering through for him. It's a stark contrast to last winter, when Kate took part in the primetime TV show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, she was really good in that, by the way, really good. And Derek and the children flew out to, of course, appearing on the TV themselves. Now, when she finally came out of the show on Emotional, Derek proposed to her for a second time. Amazing. And they were planning a renew of their vows this August this year. But, of course, due to COVID-19 stuff, of course, they're not going to do it now. So Kate has said that we were talking about it, and just before he got sick, and he was saying that we will have to put it back, because he wanted to have a big party. He said, don't worry, I'll keep what we'll do after, so I hope that we got the chance. But Derek used to tense his wife about her telly nonsense, but was incredibly proud of her career. When the hospital asked her, though, to drop off a few items familiar to him, such as the shampoo and the body wash that he likes, but she put them in a small suitcase where she has just used on a work trip or just before the lockdown. He opened it up, and there was a card, and that he'd written for me, which he'd read at this time, and he said that how much he loves me and how proud of me he is, but that he was feeling so good about us. It was just so romantic, he said, and it feels so odd reading it now. He's in the state, of course, and he said, you know that feeling when you're driving along and someone pulls out in front of you and you hurt lurches, so you drive really courteously for the next 5 minutes and then calm down. Well, it's like your constantly and that heart launch that you're constantly in, of course, that. But a stage without the calming down a bit. But it's the same for Derek's poor parents and sisters too. They're in Coralie and they are in Coralie and want to be here, but can't be, of course. But would Derek say to her right now if he was able to? I know he'd say but make sure that the children are safe, he said, and forge on. He said, I hope you be happy with how I've been handling it all. I also think he'd say the house is very untidy, but Kate has said that with a laugh before turning serious again. He said, I think he would be proud and know that he's trying, and he hopes that I've done what we would have done. But together, they have been so many times, haven't they, when they've always gone to call him them for. But then, of course, what they're doing. He just knows that he loves her and really misses her. And, of course, she misses him as well. But they have been contracted by thousands of people from Derek's little patients, and he has helped with his physiotherapy. And people like he worked with him in politics, and he's not sure that he knows how all feel like that and how they hope he does. But lots of people have recorded messages, and they're all playing them to him in a hope that he can hear. But she says that their neighbours have been incredible with offers of help, along with her ITV and, of course, her Smooth Radio colleagues. Derek is still here, and he has gratefully that has there because they are many others who have lost people, and they have taken lots of hope from seeing people and leaving hospitals after being in a long time. But then when it was taking things and hold, you don't know though where it's going to go, and all they can do is hope. And she spoke out the other day, didn't she? When I watched that video of Kate Garraway on Good Morning Britain the other day, she spoke out, didn't she? And she was really good. And I thought, and it was nice for her to speak out. So well done, Kate Garraway, for speaking out about it. She was amazing, to be honest. Absolutely brilliant. So well done, Kate. Well done. Well done. So, flight firms now, legal battle. So quarantine rules started today, and they're all facing a legal challenge from 3 airlines. EasyJet, Ryanair and British Airways, of course, are attempting the block of the 14-day self-isolation imposed by the government. So the evaluation sector says that the rules will close down Britain if they stand, and a legal letter sent to ministers on Friday last week, just gone, that points that the measures is that harsher than that, and impose on those who test positive late for just 7 days. The letter says that the government has failed to identify justification for the blanket nature of the regulations. Meanwhile, travellers could face pre-flight COVID-19 tests. Under future plans is to help get the evaluation industry moving, and one Whitehall source said that the people talk about tests on arrival, but the reality is that you want to test before they take off. That will be the long-term goal. So it does start from today. So if you are coming back, if you are listening today and you are coming back from a foreign country, you have to self-isolate for 2 weeks, people. You do. You have to self-isolate for 2 weeks. And you can't go anywhere for 2 weeks, which means you're stuck in your house for 2 weeks. But the thing is, how would they get back to the hospital? How would they get back home from the airport? Would they be able to get into a taxi, or would they be able to... It's hard, isn't it? I mean, unless they left their car at the airport, maybe. It's hard though, but they'll find out though. They will. So, okay, so Navy 2 victims now. 2 Royal Navy sailors have died after contracting coronavirus. The Ministry of Defence officials have confirmed that the deaths are the first to hit the military, which has delayed thousands of personnel to help fight the virus. The victims who have not been named fell ill at sea, and the other day a military source said that this is a tragedy and it all happened very quickly, and it's really shaken the Navy. Now, Rigby, mum of murdered soldier Lee, 25, is delivering food and medicine to her vulnerable people and friends, neighbours, during lockdown in the middle of Greater Manchester. This is, wow, absolutely amazing. This is Middleton, Greater Manchester. So good luck to her. Absolutely amazing. Well done. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. So, are we going to talk about Jeremy Clarkson today, or are we going to talk about him on the show tomorrow? I think we should leave this story for tomorrow, or should we talk about acts for track and tracers? Okay, I'll tell you what, let's talk about one more story now then, because I want to talk about acts for track and tracers, and then tomorrow I think we'll talk about carnage on the show tomorrow. So, test and trace staff have left with nothing to do, and they are being released. So the workers spent weeks. This is and they're also being trained in a huge government drive. The scheme launched on May the 28th, but many have now been let go after a week. A tracer with outsourcing firm TTEC has said it's been a fortune waste of time, so boring, and we're all set. And of course, we're all sat waiting for something to do, of course. But a lot of the technology, of course, hasn't worked. It's a mass that we're being